that the Chief Registrar of the Supreme Court earns more than the justices of the court is not something of today. This anomaly has been in existence all these years.
My people, you know how we do it here on Top Notches. Another banger is out as Justice Datijo has come out to expose some of the justice in the court. No wonder nobody is celebrating the winning of Bola Ahmed TINUBU as the president of Nigeria. The support that the Nigerians are facing has struck most people within this few months that Bola Ahmed TINUBU has emerged as the president of Nigeria. My people, stay back and watch this interesting gist that I have for you. Every single Nigerian believes that for Bola Ahmed TINUBU to have won this case, there are a lot of transitions going on behind the curtains. But you know what? Justice Datijo has come out to expose all those atrocities. If you can share this video, please share to different social media platforms, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be right back. Welcome you back to Top Notches, where we bring you the latest happening both Nigeria and the world at large. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do well to click the red subscription button, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that whenever we release another trending gist, YouTube will kindly notify you. Still on the reaction after the judgment that took place in the Supreme Court of Nigeria on the 26th of October 2023, you know, one of the party members of PDP came out and said that he is actually disappointed by his party, PDP, that with the preparation of PDP this last election was very, very poor, and so made a confession that PDP should have taken Peter Obi as their candidate instead of Atiku Abubakar. That had it been they did so, PDP would have stand a chance of winning with the people's choice, Peter Obi, and everybody knows this. Moving on to today's bombshell, Justice Datijo has come out to expose some of the atrocities committed by the Chief Justice in the Supreme Court of Nigeria, which is actually the highest court known to everybody. Justice Datijo exposed further, and he also said that court official, and most especially, underline the word especially, judges are easily bribed by the litigants to delay and obtain favorable judgment in the court. With this, he further explained that the judges shouldn't forget the major reason they are there as the justice, and there are so many lives that depends on the judgment that they pass in the court. You know what, my people? Stay back, listen to what he has to say. We'll be right back shortly.
That the Chief Registrar of the Supreme Court earns more than the justices of the court is not something of today. This anomaly has been in existence all these years. I was a Chief Registrar in 1986. I knew what salary I drew vis-a-vis what the judges of the High Court that I served were taking. Supreme Court is the apex court. And yet, the Chief Registrar of this court earns much more than I do, earns much more than we all do. And nobody talked. Nobody talked. While she earns 1.2 million a month, justices take home 751,000 naira in a month. The Chief Justice on his part takes home 400,000 plus. The Chief Justice. The salary of a justice, curiously, drops rather than increases when he gets the added responsibility of being a Chief Justice. That the unjust and embarrassing salary difference between the justices and the Chief Registrar still abides remains intriguing, to say the least. It is highly intriguing that this anomaly, we all know it, and nobody has taken it a duty to do something about it. Valedictory session after valedictory session, lapses and challenges that should be nipped are stated to no avail. Why the silence and seeming contentment? The process of appointment of judges and the quality of judgments, of course. A couple of years ago, appointment to the bench was strictly on merit, strictly on merit. Sound knowledge of the law, integrity, honor, and hard work distinguished those who were elevated. Lobbying was unheard of. Lobbying to accost justices into their chambers by people who seek to be elevated, that the judges should put in words for them. were unheard of. You will just be sitting, and if those who are given the responsibility of making the elevation find you worthy, you will just get a letter to that effect. You wouldn't have gone to anybody to ask for any favors or recognition. But that is not the case today, unfortunately. I never lobbied, not at any stage of my career, to secure any appointment or elevation. And I challenge anybody to contradict this statement of mine. As much as possible, the most qualified men and women were appointed. That can no longer be said about appointments to the bench these days. The judiciary must be uniquely above board. Appointments should not be polluted by political, selfish, and sectional interests. The place of merit, it must be urged, cannot be overemphasized. Now I will move to public perceptions. What perceptions the public has about the judiciary. Public perceptions of the judiciary have over the years become witheringly scornful and monstrously critical. It has been in the public space that court officials and judges are easily bribed by litigants to obviate delays and or obtain favorable judgments. His Lordship Adolfo Okoji JCA, at the point of exiting, had enthused inter alia as follows. Please, I expressed everywhere by the generality of the public. He is one of us. The person making this observation was one of us. He says, please, I express every day by the generality of the public, begging the judiciary to be just, to be truthful, and to save the country from collapse. My question is, whether the judiciary needs to be begged or cajoled. What is it that qualifies any person to bear that exalted name, Honorable Justice? Is it not for him to administer justice without fear or favor? Unfortunately, it has been severely vilified, with the apex court so denigrated and called by a social commentator as a voter gaggle of useless, purchasable judicial bandits. How did the judiciary get to this level? That is the profound question His Lordship was asking as he was exiting. Why is the whole country on edge for fear of what the public regards as unpredictable judicial pronouncements? Like I said, he was one of us. There must be a rethink and a hard reset. If the people we have sworn to defend have lost confidence, there is a problem that must be addressed. Recently, fresh allegations have been made that children and other relatives of serving and retired judges and justices are being appointed into judicial offices at the expense of more qualified candidates lacking in such privilege and backing. It is asserted that the process of appointment to judicial positions are deliberately conducted to give undue advantage to the children, spouses, and mistresses of serving and retired judges and managers of judicial offices. At the Court of Appeal, It is also asserted that presiding justices are now being appointed out of term. Out of term. When we were there, people to become presiding justices knew themselves and when they would become such officers. But now the perception is that now justices have been appointed out of term. And there is the further issue of the unpredictable nature of recent decisions of the courts as well. A number of respected senior members of the bar inter alia, and I'm glad the president of the Bar Association has also alluded to such comments made by practitioners. Some of these senior members of the bar, inter alia, citing the Ahmed Lawan, the former president of the Senate, and the Imo governorship appeals, claim that decisions of even the apex court have become unpredictable. It is difficult to understand how and where, by these decisions, the judicial pendulum swings. It was not so before, they contend. In some quarters, the view is strongly held that filth and intrigues characterize the institution these days. Judges are said to be comfortable in companies they never would have kept in the past. It is being insinuated that some judicial officers even campaign for the politicians. It cannot be more than fine. President Muhammadu Buhari in 2016 ordered the forceful entry into the houses and the arrest of justices, some of whom were serving at the apex court. Not done. In 2019, the government accosted, arrested, and arraigned the incumbent Chief Justice before the Code of Conduct Tribunal for alleged underhand conduct. With his retirement apparently negotiated, he was eventually left off the hook. In 2022, a letter signed by all the justices of the Supreme Court, including the current Chief Justice, the aggrieved protested against the shabby treatment meted to them by the head of court and the Chief Registrar. At the center of the friction was their welfare and the cavalier attitude of the Chief Registrar thereto. In the event, His Lordship Ibrahim Tanko Muhammad disengaged ostensibly on grounds of ill health. Now, it must be said, Chief Femi Falana is right, that the safeguard in our appointment procedures against judicial appointments for improper motive is increasingly being compromised. Certainly, by Rule 8.3 of the Judicial Code of Conduct, any judge who takes advantage of his judicial office for personal gain or for gain by his or her relative or relation abuses the power vested in him. My lords, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, it is obvious that the judiciary I'm exiting from is far from the one I voluntarily joined and desired to serve and be identified with. The institution has become something else. Then the question is, what do we do? Allow me at this point in time to recall that the 1999 Constitution, as amended, allows each and every one of us the freedom of choosing his religion, the company he keeps, what to say. I am sure we all know where this rights abet and where the rights the very same Constitution grants others take on. I am a Muslim for whose conduct The Quran in chapter 4, Surah An-Nisa, verse 135 provides, O you who believe, stand out firmly for justice. Stand out firmly for justice as witnesses to Allah, even though it be against your sons, or your parents, or your king. Be he rich or poor, Allah is a better protector to both. So, follow not the lust of your hearts, lest you may avoid justice, and if you distort your evidence, or refuse to give it, or refuse to say it, verily Allah is ever well acquainted with what you do. In Surah Al-Tawbah, verse 71, that particular verse further requires that believers, both men and women, should enjoy what is just and forbid what is evil. And I came across this particular quote, and I read, this is how a society goes down the drain really quickly. First, the society overlooks evil, then it permits evil, then it legalizes evil, then it promotes evil, then it celebrates evil, and then that same society persecutes those that still call evil. Lastly, Adam Grant's words in moments like this are also instructively apposite. And I quote, when you follow a concept, any concept, always consider what would lead you to withdraw your support. If the answer is nothing will make you to withdraw your support, then your integrity is in jeopardy. Your highest loyalty belongs to principles, not concepts. No concept deserves unconditional love. Commitment is earned through character. My contribution towards reforming the judiciary is founded on these foregoing principles. Intrinsic in what I have said today are indices to dampen, nay, eradicate the lapses in the judiciary. The duty to revive the institution remains a collective one. We must persist. It suffices to have, for the purpose of this event this morning, a respite at this point today. Then my conclusions. My gratitude goes first to my Creator.
From what he said in this video, you see that Justice Datijo also cleared the air and also made it known that if these atrocities are not stopped, that the people will start overlooking evil, permit evil, legalize evil, and then celebrate evil. This is what is actually very, very strong, my people, if we should look at it and think about it deeply, which obviously is what is going on in our community today. My people, please feel free to express your utmost feelings in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you in our next video.